Are you looking for a way to upgrade your marriage? Hey, well, maybe it's time to figure out how important is forgiveness in a marriage.
You're definitely going to want to listen because Kirk and I get pretty vulnerable telling you some stories about our own experience. Hey, it's Kirk and Kim.
Hey, we're your lifestyle mentors in the places in your life that it matters the most.
We're going to talk today about how to improve forgiveness in your marriage.
And what this looks like is, does forgiveness even matter?
Are you serious? Of course it does.
It's huge.
Yes.
Huge.
Yes.
How can a marriage survive if both of the two in the marriage is not practicing forgiveness?
You gotta forgive. You gotta forgive yourself, and then you gotta forgive your spouse. And you gotta do it a lot. Because the more you practice, the better you get at it. The more you practice actually saying the words and feeling the feelings inside of you, you actually get better by doing it often. So forgive often.
Don't worry, you probably won't go 24 or 48 hours before something's going to happen.
We
Be
all-
careful not to assume that they know that you're sorry. Say you're sorry.
We have plenty of opportunities pretty much every day to have opportunities for forgiveness. And just like what Kirk said, he said something really key. Sometimes we can actually think in our mind, oh, well, they know that I'm sorry. They know that I didn't mean to do that.
No assuming.
Just let it come out of your mouth. Begin practicing really just saying it and really feeling it inside your heart.
I was mentoring a couple once where something had happened and the spouse said, right in front of their spouse in the mentoring appointment, it said, oh, they know I'm sorry. I don't need to say it.
Yeah, that happens we see that all the time.
That's terrible.
Don't do that.
That's terrible because you're assuming and they don't hear you say the words. And if they don't hear you say the words, they don't think you're feeling the feelings. They don't think you even care. So don't fall into that.
Don't assume that they already know how you feel.
Practice saying, I'm sorry, with a good tone, with real good intention that you really are sorry. So number two, there's something like, like if Kim were to do something and she messed up on something, let's pretend like Kim messed up on something. And,
pretty much happens often.
And she now has said, I'm sorry, will you please forgive me? And I said, yeah, I do forgive you. But now it's up to me to change that image in my mind about her.
If he holds on to that past situation that I did, even though I said it, even though I said I apologize and he knows I apologized, if he holds on to that image of me having that issue or that problem or that mistake that I made, it doesn't allow me to move forward in his mind and in his heart.
And even though I said I'm sorry, I could still be treating her as though I didn't forgive her.
Right.
And so for the other side of the forgiveness experience, it's my work to really believe that she is sorry and to see that she is moving forward and making changes. So it takes one to have the courage to say they're sorry and apologize. And it also, that whole marriage experience is now they're hoping that you have the courage to be able to change or allow that change to happen in your mind and let go of what it is that they did, no matter how many times it happens.
Yep.
No matter how many times it happens, because I've made mistakes.
Yep.
You've made mistakes.
Yep.
And I think you're up to 10, but I'm up to 20,000. And so we have got to keep forgiving each other because it's never going to stop. No. There's always chances to forgive each other. Now, when you go to forgive, here's a very key piece that you want to focus in on it. When you go to ask for forgiveness, a couple different angles of really what we call covering the forgiveness part is to express really that you know that you hurt them.
And what that looks like is you got to come from a lot of different angles. The other day, just 2 days ago,
yesterday,
we had our very own situation with forgiveness. And at first, I was so mad because I thought he was supposed to apologize to me for something. And he thought I was supposed to apologize for him.
When you're waiting for the other person to go first.
And when he was expecting an apology from me, I was like, are you kidding me? Don't you know what you did to me first? Well, that situation didn't work out. And when I was expecting him to apologize to me, I didn't really want to apologize to him. So, but I know how this stuff works. So I said it anyway. Well, fine, I'm sorry. And it was just words out of my mouth.
And it was this short little, I am sorry.
And it probably did not have the right tone.
It had no meaning to me at all.
But I practiced.
You did make an effort, but it was like, really? Really? This little short thing.
But you got to give me credit for practicing.
I did. I gave you that much credit.
Right. Okay.
But that's
practiced.
what spouses do.
Okay.
When it's that short,
yeah,
that's how much value it has, because it's like, there's nothing else.
But at the moment in time, I didn't have the capacity to give a big, good, long forgiveness situation, because I was really pretty not happy with it. But I tell you what happened. The next day, I saw his side from a different angle that I wasn't willing to see it from the day before. And so I really, really forgave him. And I went through, sorry.
No, you asked for forgiveness.
I asked for forgiveness, but I did it.
You also forgave me.
Yeah, I forgave you because I was still mad at you.
Right.
You did something too.
Let me jump in on this part. The next morning, the night before, it was an I'm sorry about this big. But then the next morning, I got a I'm sorry that was gigantic. It was huge.
And it was juicy.
And before she even finished the I'm sorry part, I was halfway through it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love this woman. Like, she's so amazing. Like, she really... Yeah, we actually still haven't been able to talk about that part yet, but she was like really, I was like, wow.
Like, I came from every angle.
And she said things like this, like, I know I've hurt you, and I don't ever want to hurt you again. And I want you to know I figured out how I'm going to do this differently next time. And I want you to know that I'm sorry, and I hope that you'll forgive me. And if there's anything I can do for you, please reach out and just let me know if there's anything I can do for you, because our marriage matters. And when we're not together, I miss you and I want to be close to you. And she was like, listen to all those parts that I just shared with you. It's like, and I want to be close to you, and what can I do to make that up to you right now?
I want to kiss you.
And it was just thick and juicy I'm sorry statement.
Lipstick.
We got lipstick now? Yeah. But what happened was I felt her sincerity. I felt her realness. It wasn't this short little, I'm sorry. She really expounded on it. And if you rewind this video and listen to those different parts I just shared with you, important parts to include in your I'm sorry speech.
Can I say one more thing? Because I think that something's important with it when it comes to I'm sorry is sometimes we are only seeing things from our own angle. Yeah. We're seeing them from our eyes. And in that situation, at that time, I was only seeing it from my direction. And when I shifted and I saw it from his angle, from his direction, I realized that, it makes sense why I need to apologize. Because at first I thought it was all about, him apologizing to me. But then I realized I really had a huge part in it. And when I shifted and saw it through his eyes, not just through my eyes, it totally made sense. And that's why I really felt like you felt it from my heart.
Oh my gosh, you melted me. And then I'm going, my apology wasn't that big. I'm like, now it's like the battle of apologies. Like, who's can be bigger?
But you've made it up.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, precious.
Yeah.
Okay, back to them. So, is it important in a marriage? Yes.
Oh, major.
You know you're going to do well as a married couple when there is a book that's being read by one of you or both of you about forgiveness. And if I were you, I would get a book and start reading about forgiveness.
Become a forgiveness expert.
Yeah, not read books about how to debate and win battles.
No.
I don't think that's going to work.
When it comes to your marriage, you want to be a forgiveness expert.
But find a book that one of you could start to read and share, because maybe your skill level isn't high enough yet. But really soak your brain in the wisdom and knowledge from others about how to forgive. And watch, it makes a big difference. Now, I know you loved what you just saw here in the video. We here in Salt Lake City have a 3-day live event that's called Royalty and Romance. It is about getting on the same page. Click the link below, get the information about the program, and you'll know that it's the right time because you want your marriage to be great. We'll see you at the class.
Hey, I really hope you like this video. Hope you watch some more.
You're supposed to say subscribe.
Oh, I forgot about that part.
It's okay, I forgive you.
Oh, you forgive me?
I forgive you.
Oh, thank you.
But anyway, subscribe, and you're going to love what we send you next.